Welcome back, guys, and thanks so much for watching. Today's video is going to be a DIY Halloween wreath. Guys, I had so much fun creating this wreath, and I'll tell you guys, it is very much a cost efficient project. Okay, so it did not cost me a lot of money, and here are some of the supplies that you're going to need. You'll need a wreath form, some black spray paint. I can't talk. Which, guys, I got the reform from Michaels for $2.50 and the spray paint from Walmart for 99¢. I got these eyeballs also from Michaels. And, guys, I got 25% off of them, so I'm spent 89¢ for them. These two skeleton hands, came from the Dollar Tree along with this skull head. I also got a bag of rings, Halloween rings, and then two of the Halloween floral. And I love these because they came with the spider attached. And I felt like it was perfect for this project. So, guys, everything that I got was $1, with the exception of the wreath form and the eyeballs, because the eyeballs were only 89¢. Now we don't do Halloween really big, but I thought that it would be a really fun project to show you guys how I transform these dollar products into a great looking wreath. Now, first I started by spray painting my grapevine wreath black. Obviously, since it's Halloween, I kind of wanted to give it that goth kind of look about it, so I went on ahead and I spray painted the wreath form. And guys, like I said before, I got the cheapest spray paint that they had at Walmart. It was 99¢. So once I gave it a little time to dry, I did notice that some of it was not completely covered in the black spray paint, and I love that about it, because to me it kind of gave it that little that little Halloween kind of creepy, spooky kind of look about it, if you guys know what I mean. And so now, basically what I'm doing here is I'm just taking the tag off the back of the skull head. And I'm just kind of getting myself a little bit organized as best I can. Okay, so I'm just trying to see where I want everything to go. And with any DIY project, guys, there is no right or wrong way. You just kind of use your creativity and do it however you want to do it. Now, I don't think I mentioned it before, but you do need a hot glue gun for this project. And here I'm just applying some hot glue gun on the back of the skull. And I'm being pretty generous with it because you don't want it to come off. And obviously with a grapevine wreath, it doesn't have a whole lot to hold on to. So you just want to make sure that you are very generous when you put the hot glue on. And obviously to work as quickly as possible because it does dry very fast. And guys, this is very much so Pinterest inspired. I'm often on Pinterest. I absolutely love going on there because they always give me the greatest ideas about, kind of how I want to put things together. And what I love most about this project is that it came out looking great. And guys, it only took a few dollars because everything did indeed come from the Dollar Tree, and I used the 50% off coupon at Michael's. Now here I'm just taking the flower buds off of my floral that came from the Dollar Tree. And you'll just see me quickly just moving through that. And basically what I'm doing here is that I am taking the hot glue gun and I am putting the flowers on like such. Okay, so now once I have my skull and my flowers exactly where I want them to be, I went on ahead and I took my skeleton hands and I just was trying to decide, okay, how do I want to position my skeleton hands? So I just decided that I kind of wanted them to be coming out from the floral, almost like the flowers were a corsage almost, like a little creepy corsage. So I decided that that's how I wanted the skull hands to go. But again, if you decide that you want them to go someplace different, girl, use your creativity and do what you feel like looks best. Okay, so these are just guidelines and just things that I felt like would look best. And again, I just put an ample amount of glue on there. Now, my children are very much so past the whole trick or treating age. Although, if you ask my 14-year-old, she will tell you that she is never going to be too old to trick or treat. So we don't do a whole lot for Halloween, guys. We really don't. In the neighborhood that we live in, we do have quite a few young children that will come by trick or treating, and I love to see them in their costumes. We definitely buy candy to hand out, but that's pretty much it. We don't really go all out for Halloween. But I think it's a fun holiday. The kids definitely get into it. So, every now and again, I'll come up with something fun that I can do, just to make the holiday even more exciting for them. And so now, once I get the skeleton hand on there, it's really hard to see from this view, but I kind of want to show you guys what it was looking like thus far. Okay, and now after I did this, and please excuse the camera moving, I accidentally bumped it, but I wanted to give you guys a good view of what I was doing. Okay, and then now, guys, I just decided that I wanted to amp it up even more. Okay, I was like, well, what can I do to take it to the next level? Okay, so you guys remember those eyeballs that I told you were 89 cents at Michael's? I decided that I was going to put those eyeballs right into his eye sockets so that they would look like they are just completely coming out of his head and looking right at you. So I just put some more of my hot glue on there, and I decided I was going to stick those eyeballs right in there. I was just trying to think of a way, how can I make him a bit more lifelike and more 3D, if that makes sense. Now, these eyeballs kind of gave me a hard time now. I had to really put enough glue on there for it to really stay on, so just stay with it, stick with it, because I did have to, it was a lot of trial and error, but it finally came together. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking that bag, remember that bag of rings that came from the Dollar Tree? It had like 50 different little rings in it, so I decided that I would put some of the rings on his hands, on the skeleton hand. And not only that, I decided that I would use one of those spiders from the floral and I would put it right on his forehead like a spider was crawling on him. Again, I was just trying to think of ways where I can make it more lifelike, more 3D, and kind of give it a bit more interest. So I went ahead and I glued that spider right to his forehead. I wanted him to be creepy, but in a cute kind of way, if that makes sense. Because I promise you, if it was up to my daughter, she said she wanted our house to be so scary that the children would pee in their pants. I said, no, ma'am, no, Lindsay, we're not going to do that. We want it to be fun, but we don't want to scare the children completely out of their minds. At least I don't want to. But don't let her tell you. She would tell you something completely different. Okay, and right here, guys, I'm just embellishing him. However, I want to do it. You can add rings, you can add spiders, add whatever you want. It's your project. And so here's kind of how he's turning out. I'll put him on the door for a second just to give you guys a view of what he's looking like. I will probably reposition his head a little bit because I kind of want him to be looking up a little bit more. But other than that, I love the way it came out. You can see his little rings on the hands. Guys, you can see the little spider that I added to the floral, his eyeballs popping out. I absolutely love how this project turned out. And I absolutely love how much it cost. It was, guys, it was about $10. about $10 or $12 to make this, and we all know that if you try to buy it already pre-made in the store, it will be way more expensive than that. So I really hope you guys enjoy this DIY. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.